to insert the bobbin, you're going to need to make sure your presser foot is raised and slide this little button to the right, and your bobbin cover will slide off. This has a nice diagram here if you forget how to thread your bobbin. So we're going to take our bobbin and face it in the same direction as the diagram, where the thread is hanging off the left-hand side over here. So if you have your bobbin like this and the thread is coming off the right-hand side, you just need to flip it over. So this gets placed into that gap, and we need to thread the bobbin thread underneath this little metal tab. That corresponds to this little notch over here on the diagram. So it's going to go underneath that little metal tab before going up to the left. This is the part that most students forget, so make sure that you are doing this part correctly. And if you notice that your sewing isn't coming out right, you might want to check your bobbin. So we're putting in our bobbin, and you're going to take your thread and wind it underneath that metal tab before you go up to the left over here. There is an arrow here, but the paint has come off a little bit. Tuck this behind the black plastic piece over here, and then follow the arrows down to the bottom. And over here, there's a little cutter. The blade is going to cut off the excess thread, and that's normal. So once we go underneath that metal tab, up to the top left, and then down to the down to the bottom left, we have followed all of the movements in our diagram here. And we're ready to just put our bobbin cover back on. And now we're ready to sew.